Well, Andy, many congratulations. Almost 30 years after first turning pro, back on tour.
Yeah, nice to get back on. It's been about 5 or 6 years, so looking forward to just having 2 years and have a good old go at it for, like I said, for 2 years and see what happens.
Of course, you were safe coming into that last match there, but made a good go of it in the last 4-0 and seemed to come through really comfortably.
Yeah, it's tough because the damage was done. Obviously, I managed to win enough frames before going into the last match. I played a really good game yesterday against a Scottish lad, and played quite hard snooker today. So yeah, just pleased that I didn't have to do much in the last match.
Is it a bit strange for you coming here after? I mean, you've got so much experience in the game. All those semi-finals, and you had that spell, didn't you? That 12-month spell where you reached the semis at the Worlds, the Masters, and the UK. So, what's it like now playing at this level at the age of 45?
It's tough. It's tough because there's no God-given right that you're going to come here at the Q School and qualify. I've come close like 3 or 4 years in a row, but I haven't got through. So I just haven't been good enough, and the draws sometimes don't help. But I mean, I played quite solid this Q School, and on a whole, really probably deserved to get through in the end because I played pretty solid.
How have you found your recent experience on tour, like going out to India last season, winning a couple of matches there, and how have you felt you are dealing now with the level on tour?
It becomes harder as you get older. There's no two ways about that. I mean, I questioned probably about 6 months ago. I really questioned whether I should carry on playing at all. And to be fair, the biggest thank you is Paul, my mate Paul Williams, who comes away with me. He never stopped believing in me. He's probably one of the only people who says, no, you've got to keep going, because you can get on the tour, you can get on. But, you doubt yourself, and that's a big thank you to Paul, really, because, like I said, if it wasn't for him, I think I would have probably quit by now.
Is it difficult in the neck of the woods that you live in the UK? There's not tons and tons of practice partners down there, are there? Is it difficult to have guys around there to kind of motivate you?
Yeah, it is. It's tough because you're not playing, really good players all the time in practice. You're doing a lot of solo practice. So yeah, that side of it's tough. But I mean, it's a lovely place to live in Cornwall, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. It's just a shame really that I've got to travel so far, for each event. But not many better places in Cornwall, that's for sure.
And which nickname do you carry on to tour? You've got some very, very decent nicknames, haven't you?
Well, there's 2, Toast of Tavistock and the Cream of Cornwall. So, I mean, you can make your own mind up. But, I mean, I live in Cornwall now, but I'm a Devonian, really. So, Toast of Tavistock.
We've been sat in this press room here just with Ross Bullman. You have to feel for him. He needed you and then one of the other 2 guys in the top 4 to free up a spot for him. So, you have to feel for him. This place puts you through all sorts of emotions, doesn't it?
It certainly does. I mean, it's tough. It really is tough. I mean, there's a lot of, I say a lot, there's a few players that are not good enough to really make it, here at the Q School, but there's a lot of good players that can play the game. And sometimes it comes down to draws and the mental attitude to try and get through it. It's tough.
I imagine you're going to take each game as it comes next season, but any kind of ambitions and you wanting to go deep in tournaments, I guess?
I guess I'm going to start practicing a bit more, although there's probably not a great deal of time now with so many tournaments, but I can't wait really. I mean, it's nice to be on the tour and plenty of tournaments to play, and if you lose one match, you're up again the following week playing another event, so I mean, I can't wait. It's going to be a great couple of years.
And in terms of the travel, in your current sort of personal situation, is it easy for you to just pick and choose events and go out to these events in China if you qualify?
I don't know about pick and choose. I mean, I almost said that a couple of years ago that if I got on, I'd pick and choose. But there's so many tournaments. I mean, why not play in every event? I mean, the travelling's going to be. But I'm used to the travelling. It's not going to come as a shock to me getting in the car travelling 4 or 5 hours every time to go and qualify. So yeah, I'm going to try and play in every event if I can.
Well done, Andy. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.